Have you ever felt exhausted simply because you felt the need to respond to everything around you? Messages popping up, social media comments, casual words from others, or even situations you don't need to get involved in. Yet somehow, you find yourself pulled in, trying to respond, explain, or even argue. Pause for a moment. Breathe. Observe. In Stoic philosophy, there is a golden rule. Not everything deserves your reaction. Every time you react to something insignificant, you give away a portion of your precious energy. Energy that could have been used to maintain your peace, focus on what truly matters, and grow as a person. Imagine your energy as a valuable gold coin. You can spend it on things that truly matter, or you can squander it on meaningless arguments, exhausting debates, and words that have no impact on the path you want to walk. In this video, we will explore together why choosing not to respond to everything is a hidden form of power, how to recognize what deserves a reaction and what does not, how to manage your energy so that every decision and every reaction brings real value to your life. But before we dive in, ask yourself, how many times have you reacted simply because you had to say something or had to respond? How often have you felt drained after pointless arguments? Remember, your energy is your most precious asset. Protecting it and choosing wisely how to use it is a form of power few truly understand. In life, there are countless reasons to react, even when it's not worth it. These traps quietly pull you into emotional whirlpools, draining you without giving anything in return. Let's look at some typical situations. 1. Useless criticism. Some people constantly give opinions or comments, sometimes with good intentions, sometimes just to assert themselves. You feel the need to explain, prove yourself, or get frustrated that they don't understand. But the truth is, not every opinion deserves your reaction. A Stoic recognizes that their energy is too valuable to waste explaining themselves to someone unwilling to listen. 2. Social media drama. Every notification, comment, or online debate can steal your focus. You get pulled into meaningless battles, trying to argue back, sometimes becoming more stressed than the instigator. But here's the reality. Social media is never a battlefield that truly requires your defense. 3. Other people's stories. Friends, colleagues, or family share complaints, stress, or problems. You feel compelled to react, give advice, or empathize so deeply that you become drained yourself. Without boundaries, your precious energy is slowly depleted. 4. Self-generated negative emotions. Reactions don't always come from others. Sometimes your own mind creates situations for stress, worry, or anger. You push yourself into unnecessary negative emotions. This is where Stoic philosophy reminds us. No one can disturb your inner peace unless you allow them to. These traps are subtle. They don't strike like a storm, but drip gradually, leaving you exhausted, tense, and sometimes disoriented. In the next part, we will learn how to distance ourselves from these traps and preserve our energy, turning the act of not reacting into a true source of strength. Protecting your energy is not just a skill. It's an art, a life strategy the Stoics considered fundamental to inner freedom. When you learn how not to respond to everything, you realize not reacting isn't weakness, it's power. 1. Recognize what truly deserves a reaction. Before replying or reacting, ask yourself, does this really matter? Will my reaction bring value or just drain my energy? A Stoic understands that much of life isn't worth disturbing your peace. Only when a reaction serves a higher purpose, upholding principles, protecting dignity, or seeking a solution, is it worth the energy? 2. Maintain distance from toxic situations. You don't always have to engage. When someone tries to provoke you, argue meaninglessly, or spread negativity, learn to stay silent instead of responding. Keep an emotional distance. Observe without being dragged into drama. This way, your energy isn't wasted on the undeserving. Peace is preserved, power is reinforced. 3. Respond intentionally. When you do choose to react, do so intentionally. Take a deep breath before speaking. Separate emotions from reasoning. Respond with clarity, not haste. A Stoic isn't swayed by fleeting emotions. They respond like a warrior. Steady heartbeat, unwavering gaze, thoughtful words. 4. Practice active stillness. Not reacting doesn't mean being passive. Active stillness is a state of observing the world without being swept away, recognizing others' influence without letting it control you, reserving your energy for what truly matters. This is how your energy is preserved, and your peace becomes an invisible form of strength. 5. A Stoic reminder. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This emphasizes a fundamental truth. No one can disturb your peace unless you give them that power. When you practice these principles, useless reactions gradually disappear. You'll find yourself no longer swept up in drama, no longer wasting time on negative words. And most importantly, you retain control over your own power. But when you learn how not to react to every little thing, you not only protect your energy, but also discover a form of silent power, the power of calm and self-mastery. 1. Maintain clarity in every situation. People who react emotionally are easily drawn into drama, arguments, or the pressures of others. In contrast, those who don't react unnecessarily see every situation clearly. Identify what's important versus what just wastes energy. Keep a clear mind and make the right decisions. This clarity allows you to control your life rather than letting life control you. 2. Influence through calmness. Not reacting doesn't mean weak silence. It creates weight and commands respect. When you remain calm, others adjust their behavior naturally. Your words and actions are heard more attentively. People recognize you are not swayed by negative emotions. This is the invisible power. Stoicism emphasizes calmness creates strength far beyond hasty words or actions. 3. Preserve energy for what truly matters. Every reaction consumes energy, emotionally and mentally. When you avoid reacting to the meaningless, you preserve mental energy. You can focus on your goals, values, and important decisions. You aren't manipulated or dragged into someone else's battles. A Stoic knows that energy is precious and should not be wasted on what is beyond control. 4. Build sustainable inner strength. Avoiding constant reactions to external triggers helps you develop self-control, patience, the ability to withstand pressure without losing peace. This inner strength cannot be taken away by words, judgment, or uncomfortable situations. It resides deep within, under your own control. 5. A Stoic reminder. Epictetus once said, "No one can disturb you without your consent." Every time you maintain your peace and refrain from reacting to the undeserving, you practice this power. You are not controlled, you do not lose energy. You are the active agent in your own life. Now, having understood the benefits and power of not reacting to everything, the next step is learning how to turn this philosophy into practical habits in daily life. 1. Identify what is worth reacting to. Not every word or action from others deserves your energy. Ask yourself, does this directly affect my values, goals, or happiness? Will my reaction create a solution, or just leave me exhausted? Can I control the outcome if I react? By asking yourself these questions before each situation, you learn to distinguish between what is necessary and what is pointless, the first step in protecting your mental energy. 2. Pause and breathe. One of the most powerful Stoic tools is stopping before reacting. Take a deep breath. Observe the emotions rising inside you. Recognize that this emotion is merely a passing guest, not your true self. This deliberate pause prevents impulsive reactions, keeps you from being drawn into provocations, and maintains control over your energy. 3. Learn to be silent and observe. Silence is not weakness, it's strategy. When you don't rush to respond, you can observe others' behaviors, motives, and true emotions. You retain clarity, unaffected by drama. You create weight through silence, making others think before speaking or acting. The power in silence often surpasses any hasty retort. 4. Limit exposure to negativity. A crucial part of not reacting is controlling your environment. Avoid pointless, argument-filled conversations. Reduce contact with people who constantly spread negativity or provoke intentionally. Be selective about the information, words, and situations you engage with. These actions help you maintain your peace while training your ability not to react to what is undeserving. 5. Daily practice. To become someone who does not react unnecessarily, continuous practice is essential. Every day, assess the moments you feel the urge to react and ask why. Record your emotions, thoughts, and how you manage your energy. Gradually, you build the habit of choosing conscious responses instead of automatic reactions. Stoics grow stronger not by luck, but through daily practice and self-discipline. 6. Remember that real power lies within. Every time you refrain from reacting to something undeserving, you not only protect your energy, but also strengthen your inner power. Create a positive influence on your surroundings. Maintain self-control and personal dignity. In this way, every moment of silence, every choice not to react, is a step toward becoming a stronger version of yourself. Now, after exploring each part, it becomes clear that not reacting to every little thing is not just a life strategy, it is a profound source of inner strength. When you learn to control your energy, you are protecting peace of mind, maintaining clarity in the face of provocations and drama, keeping control over your emotions and decisions, and most importantly, creating an invisible shield that prevents others from manipulating you or dragging you into unnecessary conflicts. As Marcus Aurelius taught, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Not reacting to everything does not mean indifference, apathy, or weakness. On the contrary, it is a sign of wisdom, self-mastery, and inner strength. Those who selectively choose their responses do not get trapped in arguments, are not swayed by negative words, and maintain composure in all situations. Imagine this. Every time you choose silence, remain calm in the face of provocation, you are accumulating power. And this power, just as Stoic philosophy teaches, is something no one can take from you. It allows you to guide your life consciously and with stability. Remember, not reacting to everything is your power. Choosing how to spend your energy protects your self-mastery. Inner peace is your strongest weapon in a noisy, high-pressure world. If you found this video valuable, take action. Like to spread positive energy. Subscribe to Stoic Crowned Silence to never miss deep Stoic lessons. Comment to share how you stay calm in stressful situations, or tell a story about a time you regained power through silence. Every share not only reinforces your inner strength, but also inspires others to protect their energy and peace. Remember, your energy is sacred, and your peace is power. Protect it, nurture it, and let it guide every decision you make.